Security Council has strongly condemned the use of violence by the military against peaceful protesters in Myanmar. The armed forces took over in a coup in February. A local monitoring group says more than 500 people have now been killed in total. Save the Children says at least 43 of the victims were children. It's been 2 months since the military takeover. In the past 24 hours, the UN and the US have evacuated family members from there because of the worsening security situation. And we're also hearing it's become difficult and dangerous for foreign embassy staff, journalists and medical workers there. Myanmar authorities have ordered an internet shutdown until further notice. Let's talk to Debbie Stothard, a coordinator for the Alternative ASEAN Network on Burma, an NGO supporting human rights and democracy inside Myanmar. She joins me now. Debbie Stothard, on that note, first of all, how are things for your organisation?
We're absolutely worried for our colleagues in the country. Already one of our close associates has been assassinated last weekend, and the complete internet shutdown signals that we are heading for a bloodbath. International community needs to do more than just issue statements.
Right. Just 2 months now, just over 2 months since the coup, hundreds of civilians dead, as we've been hearing. How do you view where things stand right now?
The military regime has lost control of the civil service, the population, the economy. They are in a state of panic, and in doing so, they've ramped up violence. They've now launched parallel offensives using battlefield tactics against unarmed civilian protesters in the cities and towns, and they've also launched airstrikes on ethnic communities in the border areas near Thailand. So we are in severe danger of seeing an all-out civil war happening throughout the country.
Those are very strong words, and I'm wondering, given the risks, given the absolute violence we are seeing in so many areas on civilians, what purpose do you see as being served right now by the continuation of the protests, the resistance, when you see the tactics and the techniques that the military is using on civilians, including children?
It's pretty clear that the military have been targeting children to frighten the population into submission, to make them stop protesting. But the reality is that this democracy movement has already teamed up with ethnic resistance groups and have declared the abolition of the military drafted 2008 constitution. This is a huge threat to the military. And at this point, the international community needs to send a team immediately, a UN Security Council team immediately to Naypyidaw to get the military to stand down.
When you say this presents a huge threat to the military, what exactly do you mean? What power does this have?
The military has been attacking unarmed civilians. The ethnic groups have armed organizations who were supposed to be engaged in a peace process that the military continually violated. Both the ethnic groups and the pro-democracy movement recognize if they do not overturn this coup, they may be doomed to a merciless military dictatorship for the next 3 decades.
One final question. Who is holding the authorities in Myanmar to account?
Well, nobody at this point. It is time that the UN Security Council actually took more action than just a statement. We still see Russia supplying weapons. In fact, 8 countries attended the Armed Forces Day festivities on the 27th of March, just as the military launched the bloodiest day of killing of men, women and children.
Debbie Stothard, coordinator in Bangkok for the Alternative ASEAN Network on Burma. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Karen.